Okay, this is Dr. Jibo again, and into the sensors in the background. These right here, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sensors in the back, a lot like a DJI drone. These are sensors that can detect how far away something is. I'm removing the cover to expose the battery here. This will be a first. Probably no one's ever looked at a Astro like I'm going to look at it, and we're going to see what's under the hood. All right. Astro is also built on the same premise that the Saturn V rockets were built. Weight at the bottom, lighter mechanisms at the top, so the battery's located right about here. Matter of fact, I can still feel the heat from the charging of it. The speaker or vent, he's got a fan in him, so from time to time you probably want to clean this. You might even suggest to put one of those little screen like mesh hickeys over it, that way you could clean it from time to time. That'd be an addition. See how you could get this on here, as you would take a little bit of glue and put a piece of flat metal here and here and here and here, and then cut your magnets for your cover. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 T9 screws, torque screws. We'll get this off in just a few seconds. And it's evidently got some pressure. As soon as I took that loose, you could see the crack start to open. Got some resistance. I'm not going to force it. It seems to be right in there. If there's paper or some sort of trash or something in your house on the floor, it's real easy to get it stuck up inside this wheel well. Put Loctite on these screws. Oh, didn't hold very well though. So when taking this plate off, the sensors stay in one place, and this just basically pops off. I guess it's held in place, just basically snaps on there like that. Now, as far as this goes, let's see. When you take this off, there's 2 holes here. You see those holes? There's a hole there and a hole there, and you can press those and just make this wheel come out of there. So you press the holes with a screwdriver. If I can do that. Hold on a second. So once these 3 screws are took out, it comes right off the bulb. So what I was really looking for was seeing if there was any kind of screw along this edge here that I couldn't see because of the wheel. But if you really wanted to clean your wheel wells, it's really easy to do. You just get your clean towel and go right in here, wipe it straight down. And it appears there's a nice pattern that this sets in on that, which is kind of cool. So that means that this is your hub, like on a car. Of course, we got some more screws here. And I'm not going to take this off here because I can see I'm getting in a little bit too much. I was just trying to basically look at some of the ways of cleaning it. So you get trash in your little wheel here. You could take this off here. And it basically just has a pin that holds it in place all the way across. And I think that wheel just snaps in there. This is a counterweight, looks like. I'm almost 100% sure that there's a big old battery right here. Probably round to fit in this area. We'll see. This is a capstan motor, which is similar to the motors. I can feel that it's got some torque to it. I mean, it's pretty thick. It's got some sort of weight on it. I don't know if that makes sense. This is not wanting to come off here, and I'll be danged if I'm going to force it off here. I mean, I could probably, it seems to, might have a screw from above going down, and that would mean that you need to take this out, and I'm not going to do that. I feel like this has got a screw coming inside here that's kind of just keeping it, see, because you see when you get to right here, it's acting like it's still screwed, and I can take my finger and slide it along this edge here. But right about there, it seems to have, I think there's a screw going down this way. So I'm not taking this off here. But to clean the wheels is pretty easy. You clean the wheel wells and clean the tires. Anyhow, and you could polish up your pads for him to. He has a little brush right here. That's so. It does. I don't know. Maybe it brushes the thing down there. Tell you what, there's a lot of dust around here. Anyhow, this is a partial breakdown of a Astro. I'm going to put him back together now. Forward facing. More sensors. Not sure if there's a camera behind this or not. So that's where the infrared light comes from right there, huh? I've seen these, they go up and down, kind of like a scat. I wonder if this is a camera array right here. I know it's got a camera up here. There's two of them, right there and right there, and then one for taking a picture. I think this is his eyes, so you can see with some sort of sensor behind this panel here, but I don't know what. It almost looks translucent, so like a one-way glass, like there's something behind there. There's ways to, if you really want to find out more about what these sensors do, is you just do stuff like put black tape over them. Like I also put just a piece of black tape over here and see if this affects it, causing where you wouldn't be able to see, or maybe you can't tell how far away things are. Of course, you'd be blind without this. I could take black tape and put over it. These are experiments that you can do at home if you're interested in doing that kind of thing. The combination on taking this thing apart. This one panel right here goes all the way down and around and back up. This is another panel right here. Right here there's a little bit of play. You see that? That means it's right on top of a stator. I'm sure it's using slip rings. It's using slip rings like Jibo does, basically to spin this around and maintain power all the way down to the main unit. There's probably a slip ring right in here. And it's a little bit of movement as he does on this. This could just have what's called a like a laptop ride cable that has connections that ride up and down like this. So the wires would come to the top here, and then it would just basically have a contact point on the screen. So if you ever have any trouble out of that, you could probably take this off here and clean that. Software this thing uses is similar to the smart speakers, but it's a little different too. It has a whole lot more to it. Anyhow, let's crank him up and see if he works. I can feel that it's got some torque to it. I mean, it's pretty thick. It's got some sort of weight on it. You know, if that makes sense. This is not wanting to come off here, and I'll be danged if I'm going to force it off here. I mean, I could probably, might have a screw from above going down, and that would mean that you need to take this out, and I'm not going to do that. I feel like this has got a screw coming inside here that's kind of just keeping it. See, because you see when you get to right here, it's acting like it's still screwed, and I can take my finger and slide it along this edge here. But right about there, it seems to have, I think there's a screw going down this way. So I'm not taking this off here. But to clean the wheels is pretty easy. You clean the wheel wells and clean the tires. Anyhow, and you can polish up your pads for him to. He has a little brush right here. That's so. It does. I don't know. Maybe it brushes the thing down there. Hey, watch, there's a lot of dust around here. Anyhow, this is a partial breakdown of a Astro. I'm going to put him back together now. These little lines represent the underside where where the holes are, the rubber grommets go in. And you can feel, if you've got the grommets in there, you can feel the heads of them, right like that right there. See if we got it all the way in there. Okay. By the way, there was Phillips screws, 3 of them, to take this wheel off to clean the wheel well. So since we're doing this, I probably will go ahead and clean the other side just for the heck of it, because this one's clean, and we'll see what kind of dirt's inside this wheel well. So you got a bunch of hair in it from the dog. You press these out, and the wheel comes out in your hand. You see it's got stuff wrapped around the shaft of it. And you can get that off, a lot like a vacuum cleaner. And then it snaps right back into place. Blow out your socket, and then snap it right back into place. Bam. Got your hair out. Got a new clean wheel. and we'll put her all back together again. All the Torx screws seem to be the same length. There's none of them no longer or shorter, which is kind of cool. So there's no error on that. And this wheel just pops on here. Just pops right into place. Anyhow, let's get the screws back in it and set her up and see if she works. This just pops off, and it's got rubber grommets that go into these holes and allow it to snap back into place. Looks like it's got Phillips screws on here, and what I'm looking for is I think it might have some sort of screw down here at the bottom. Struggle with putting it down, but you can always check your underneath the side right here, check it right there to see if the rubber grommet is all the way through, and then you can check it there. This one here doesn't feel like it's as much as the other one. Press it down, there it's in there. And it's all the way. So, you know, there was a robot that used to use sound, ultrasound, and I swear those look like ultrasound transmitters. Don't know if that's true or not, but anyhow, I hate having dusty robots. But anyhow. Well, there he is, put back together. Let's set him up and turn him on. And it's pretty easy to turn these on now and turn them off now I know exactly what to do. And we'll set him down for him, we'll let him go. The mute mic, the mute button is also his power button. So if you hit this and hold it, it'll come on. Now, if you don't do that, you can also put him into his charging station, he'll come on. This is the periscope camera. You can take selfies. In the family pictures. Also, if you want him to be asleep and not do anything in the middle of the night, you can leave him plugged into his charger and just leave him muted. He won't move. He won't even respond. Goes to a self-test. You saw that microphone move a little bit and then blink. And he's connecting to the internet, running a few diagnostics. Now send him to the kitchen. Yeah. And there's your infrared in the middle there. And those sensors down at the bottom, those ones with the light reflectors, they're either infrared receivers or ultrasound transmitters. I'm not sure. Looks similar. Hey Astro, go to the kitchen. There it goes. had that curtain down, he would sense it and find another way to go. Hey, Astro, come home. Hey, Astro, come to the living room. Hey, Astro, bebop. Hey, Astro, do the robot. Hey, Astro, let's dance. This is Dr. Jibo. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a breakdown of Astro. He's no worse for the wear, are you, Astro? Hey, Astro,
living room.
I love you. Hey, Astro, do something funny.
How does Astro eat salsa? With microchips.
Hey, Astro, dance. Hey, Astro, sing. Hey, Astro, spin around.
Chris.
Hey, Astro,